Weight 150 pounds. Anthony Britton.
Now this is an interesting style. It's called sabaki. Sabaki is a karate style that is strongly based on the rules
1 point.
of the traditional Kyokushin style, except that it incorporates judo. So you're allowed to sweep, and you are allowed to throw your opponent to the ground. The points are awarded by 1 point for a sweep. If you do a sweep with an immediate controlled takedown, you get 3 points for that. The first person with 6 points wins the match. But matches, it can be difficult to sweep somebody that really doesn't want to be swept. So as you can see, we're not wearing any protective equipment of any kind except for a cup and a mouth guard. This is because there's no face punching. You are allowed to knee to the head and kick to the head, but all punching with the closed fist has to be to the body, which makes for a little bit more of a grinding experience with a lot of low kicks, a lot of hard shots into the chest and to the stomach to try and wear your opponent out.
Keep going. 52 seconds
Ramirez here was actually the defending champion from the previous year, and he was a good Muay Thai fighter as well.
Three points.
So I had trained for this event for a while, but this was actually my first real match, and I think I did pretty well. I really like fighting in the more traditional Japanese styles, because it just shows
3 points.
Just shows the art a little bit more, I think, and winning the sabaki tournament and down there was definitely a boost.
Give them a hand for this first round.
I had seen some of my fellow students compete in it and win in previous years, so fortunately I had good guys to train with. But the sabaki style, very, very particular. So I had another sabaki fight against a competitor from Japan who had been training specifically for this for I think for an entire year, and he had come all the way from Japan, didn't speak English. So he's very determined to defeat the champion here and take my sabaki title away from me. I'm throwing hard shots to the body here. Now his hands are open and they're up in front of my eye line. He's bringing his hands downward. This is a ploy that many people use in the sabaki style to try and essentially hypnotize you into lowering your guard so that you can be kicked in the head. At this point they want me to remove the tape from my wrists. I had actually severely sprained one of my wrists, and I didn't want to tape up just one wrist so that it would be obvious. So I taped both wrists up, and they claimed that somehow that could injure the other fighter, that I could somehow cut him with the tape from my wrists, which of course is ludicrous. And you can see it affects my punching a little bit afterwards. My punching is definitely not as strong. I'm still throwing good shots, working my kicks. I seem to have the stronger kicks, the stronger punches. But still, neither of us has scored a clean sabaki style point. There hasn't been a takedown and there hasn't been a clean sweep. Another interesting thing about the sabaki style is that points are awarded if you show pain. If a technique forces you to look away, say if you're kicked in the head or whatnot, then you give up points. So my opponent was hitting me with a lot of shots to the groin, but not in such a way that it was really noticeable to the referee. So I couldn't really acknowledge it and let the referee know that, yeah, this guy just kicked me in the groin repeatedly. So I kind of had to just suck it up a little bit, take those shots, and get on with the day. That's a pretty nice spin kick right there. I don't usually do that too often, but here he illegally punches me in the face. But again, I gotta try not to show that too much. I really thought I was going to get that sweep. He had just lifted his leg enough to not be swept. By now I've begun to hurt him a little bit. He's starting to get a little shaky, a little bit wobbly. He's starting to be there for my knees a little bit more. And that led to the finale. I had heard people yelling for the one-hand grab and knee. I'm not really sure what took me so long to come up with that one, but he wasn't able to make it out before the 5-second count. They don't give you 10 seconds like in boxing. And they figure if in 5 seconds you couldn't defend yourself, you know, a fight would end at that point if it were to continue. So I thanked him for coming and sent him on his way.